Hi everybody, this is Bill from EOT Pro. I'm here to talk to you about the indicator called EOT Price Channels 2. You know, this is one of the major reasons why we came to NinjaTrader because NinjaTrader has the programming flexibility to be able to do some pretty cool advanced stuff. So the indicator that we're talking about here is this little road kind of looking thing here. And it is designed to predict the next 5 bars of price. And it is based on our neural network, and it's pretty cool. The inside channel, which is blue with this black line going through it, is the actual prediction. And the first half, let me just zoom in on this sucker so we can look at it more closely. The first half of the, let me get my crosshair. Let me get my crosshair. So from here back is 3 bars of prediction, and the other half is 2 bars of prediction. Now, obviously, the further we go out in prediction, the less accurate it becomes. The dark gray areas are standard deviations of price, standard deviations of the predicted price. So it's pretty cool because here we can see, so theoretically, price should always be within 99% of these. They should stay, price should always stay within 99% of these deviations. So when you get into a trade, theoretically, if you put your stop somewhere outside these dark gray bands, that would be a wonderful place for a stop because 99% chance that price will stay within these bands. There's a 99% chance your stop won't be hit. So it's pretty cool. It does a pretty good job. There's another cool thing that we did too. If we scroll, I'm going to have to zoom in on this chart again to fix the scaling. But if we scroll back bar by bar, we can scroll back and we can see the prediction of what the prediction was at the time. We can scroll back and we can see what the prediction actually was. So we're not only showing you what it is, but what it was as well. And it does a pretty good job. It does a pretty good job. One thing that actually we were going to do with it, we never did, and maybe we will, is we're going to plot a historical prediction line on the chart. It does do a pretty good job. You can see that it's actually done pretty cool. Another cool thing about this indicator is, let me just see if I have. I don't think I have, but I don't know. It was something that we were fooling around with at the time. Um, you can plot background pictures on the chart. Let's just choose. I'm not gonna fool around with it now, but you can actually have a background picture on the chart, and you just put it in the directory here. And I wonder, do I have any? Do I have anything in the directory? Just let me check. Computer, C drive, my directory, and Wall Street. Do I have any pictures in here? No, I don't. No, I don't have anything in there. But it's pretty cool because you can change the back. Let's say you're trading oil. You can have a picture of an oil pump in the background of your chart. I don't know. Is this something a little bit different we tried to do? Some of the inputs here, channel tightness. We can adjust how tight these channels are to price. Here is where you input the market symbol. Obviously, we're on ES, so we're predicting ES. If you're on GC, you type in GC, etc., etc. We can make this thing really, really sensitive or a little bit more less sensitive. We can multiply the slope, exaggerate the slope. So let's say we want to exaggerate the slope a lot to make sure that we understand that. Okay, that's probably too much. Didn't like that. Didn't like that. Oh, Somehow I took out the market symbol. Let's try that. There we go. So we can multiply the slope to more extreme levels if we want. We can also smooth the prediction a little bit more. And we can also something very unique. You know how we're pretty crazy here at EOT Pro when it comes to volume indicators. Okay? So let's just take a look at one of the volume indicators because it ties into this very nicely. EOT Pro volume splitter, Shelly's volume VR4 by 1, I think. Let's just look at that one. So here is a volume indicator that's very popular with us. Shelly's volume VR4 by 2. So what we can do is you can see that the volume is actually pointing down here on ES. It's pretty negative. It's heading down. It's pretty nasty looking. We can actually take some of this volume power, some of the prediction of volume, because volume is very predictive, and tie it in with the neural network prediction if we choose. So that means, well, there's one input in here where we can take the volume percentage and we have it as 9. So I can take 9%, let's just change it to 10. I can take 10% prediction out of I can take 10% prediction and mix it in with the neural network prediction. So 90% neural network, 10% volume, and mix it together. It's pretty sophisticated and does a really, really good job. EOT Pro price channels to 5-bar forward prediction in NinjaTrader. And I think we will actually program the prediction line so you can see where it predicted in the past, and we'll go from there. Thanks for listening, everybody.